and with our prayers. Gajananam bhuta ganati sevitam kapita jambho balasara pakshitam umasutam shoka vinasha karanam namami Vigneshwara pada pankajam. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. We also have a prayer for Guru Parampara. Okay, I'm going to switch on the slides now. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambam Sankaracharya Madhyamam Asmat Acharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So we take the blessings from all our gurus when we start studying. Now let's see what we learned in last lesson. We learned quite a few things. We learned the Devanagari script for Sanskrit, which has some unique features, like the lion on top, and it's got 13 vowels, it's got 33 consonants, and we also learned how to write it. Rishabh has sent his homework, but Trinethaneni and Sundarshini did not submit the homework.
Actually, we just submitted right now.
Okay, then you should submit the exercise, okay? And we learned the variety of vowels and also some special symbols like Chandra, Bindu and Halant. And we learned about joint word, what is a Sandhi? And I gave you some examples and some nice verses. This is what we learned, and basic thing is the alphabet. So that's why I gave you the exercise. If you haven't done it, doesn't matter, but you can do it later on and submit to me. Okay. All right, let's go to the next slide. What we are going to do today. Our goals today is to learn something about the basics of Sanskrit grammar. And there are persons and genders like in English and Sanskrit also. We are going to learn that. And we are also going to learn the three numbers, singular, dual and plural. We're going to learn about what are dhatus. There is a word called dhatu. We're going to learn what are dhatus. And we're going to learn about verbs. And finally, a prayer. In English, you have parts of speech. When you write a line, you have different words in it. Like, for example, you have a noun, which could be either a subject or object, which says a person, a place, or anything. You also have a pronoun like he, she, or it. You have a verb which shows some action, like I am walking, you walk, I talk, you read. There is a verb showing the action, read, write, talk, right? There's also an adverb which modifies a verb. Then you have an adjective which describes the noun, like a beautiful person, colorful dress. No, these are adjectives. Then you have certain small words which are called prepositions, which shows the relationship between the noun and another word. Like, for example, to or at, or with or for. These are small words which connect up the noun with another word. Same things you have in Sanskrit, but there is some difference. So I am going to tell you today what is the difference, and we are going to learn a lot about the basics of verbs, because action is very important. So I'm going to teach you something how the verbs are going to form in Sanskrit. Okay, having said that, let's go to the first slide on persons and genders. Now, Sanskrit has 3 persons and 3 genders like you have in English. The first person you say I. The second person you say you. And if there is a third person, we say he or she. We point somewhere else is the third person. So I, you, and he or she. So you have 3 persons. Now, how do you say I in Sanskrit? You say aham. Aham is I. Tvam. In Hindi, you say tu, right? Sometimes you say tu. Tvam is you. And if I say somebody else who is a boy or a man, you say saha. Saha. And if it happens to be a girl or a lady, you say sa. So you have those 4 words here. I, you, he and she. Aham, tvam, saha, sa. Now, when you come to genders, Sanskrit is different. There is no definite rule. In fact, it's sometimes very funny, you know. If I show you the example here, you take the word, for example, wife, okay? You can call it dhara in Sanskrit, which is actually masculine. How can a wife be masculine, right? It's funny, right? But it is a word which is masculine. Say same thing as bharya, then it becomes feminine. If you say kalatra, which is the third word, having the same meaning, but it is neuter gender. You take our body, for example. Body, you can describe in Sanskrit as kayaha. Kayaha is masculine. You can also describe the body as tanuhu. Tanuhu is feminine in gender. When you say shariram, which is also meaning body, it is neuter gender. So there is no hard and fast rule. So how to know? You have to consult a dictionary, or by practice you will know what is the gender of your word. So that is how you need to know, and depending on the gender, the verb will change. We will see how it changes. So, aham, tvam, saha, sa. Remember these 4 words. I, you, he, and she. Those are the 4 simple words. Very easy to remember. Okay. Let's go to the next one. You see here the 3 numbers. Singular, you know, in English, you have only singular and plural. But in case of Sanskrit, you have 3 numbers. One is singular. The other is called dual. Dual means 2. 2 people, 2 fruits, 2 books. They are all dual. And then you have a plural, which means multiple, more than 3. So for each of these, the description becomes different. If you take singular, Ramaha is singular. Rama, 1 person. If you say Ramau, it means 2 Ramas. If you say Ramaha, it is plural, multiple, more than 2. Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha. But in English you say just Rama or Ramas. Whether it is 2 Ramas or 3 Ramas, it doesn't matter. There are only 2 words, Rama, singular, Ramas, plural. But in Sanskrit, you have one more word which is referring to 2 people or to anything. So, Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha. If you take another word, for example, Hari, Hari is one person. Hari with a different way of writing it becomes 2. Harayaha becomes more than 2. You also have certain names which can have 2 names together, but they are still singular, like Shashi Dharan. Shashi is one word, Dharan is another word. One who wears a moon. There is a moon and one who wears. If you combine it, it becomes singular, Shashi Dharan. Narasimha, you know Narasimha Avatara, right? Where Narasimha, Nara means man and Simha means lion. They are 2 different words, but when they are combined together, they become singular. Narasimha. Ganga Dharan. Ganga is one word, Dharan is another word. You combine together, it becomes singular. Okay, you have 2 eyes. So if you say 2 eyes, then it becomes Netre. Karnau. You have 2 ears, Karnau. Karau, 2 hands. Prajaha means citizen. Balaha, children. So you have 3 numbers, singular, dual, and plural. So remember, there are 3 numbers. You'll use mostly singular and plural, but sometimes you have to use dual also. Okay. Having said that, let's go to the next slide. Aham, I told you, is I. But supposing I have V2, let's say V2, like you have Sundarshani and Trinetrani. You want to say V2, you say Avam. V2, Avam. But if there are more than 3 people or there are many students, then you say Vayam, we all. So first person, gender is all genders you can use these words. But the number is important here. Aham refers to only one person, I. If there are 2 people, Avam, we 2. And if it's Vayam, more than 2 people, multiple. First person. See, second person, for example, you. If I say Rishabh, you say Tvam. But if I'm going to address Trinetane and Sundarshani, I'm going to say Yuvam. Yuvam. Yuvam, Baginyao. Baginyao means sisters. You 2 are sisters. If there are more than 2 people, then you say Yuyam, you all. There are you all. So you find the first person, Aham, Avam, Vayam. Second person, Tvam, Yuvam, and Yuyam. Okay. Now, if you see the expressions to describe a person or gender, Sanskrit has got 15 expressions. But English has got only 7. So you see double the amount. So it makes it a little more complicated for you. Okay, let's see what's up next. There is a word called dhatu in Sanskrit. Word called dhatu. I think we missed one slide here. one slide I missed. Third person. First and second person we covered. Third person, here the gender is important because it could be either he or she or it. So if you say saha, singular, tau refers to two people. They two. They is they all. Easy to remember because they and they, it has almost rhyming, right? They and they. They and they are together in sound. Therefore, it refers to plural, they all. But tau, you should remember that au, I said karnau, right? Karau. When that comes, au comes, you can be sure it is referring to two people. Here, they means plural. When it comes to feminine gender, sa, she, that dual person is they. So it depends on context. How do you distinguish between the two? If I say te balaha, which is plural, children, it refers to them. If I say te baginyao, that means two sisters. So depending on the context, you have to see the meaning. Taha is referred to they all. If it is a neutral gender, for example, a book, tat, you say tat. Again here, you get te for two and tani, those all. If it is a phalam, for example, a fruit, tani phalani, those fruits. Tani pustakani. You see, generally, if you get that the tani or kani, you can be sure it is a plural. So to summarize, saha, tau, te, he, they two and they all. Sa, she, they two, te, taha, they all. Tat refers to one single object, neutral gender. Te, two, and tani is multiple or plural. Okay, now we have covered first person, second person, and third person, all having the Sanskrit equivalents. Okay, let's go to the next slide where we're going to talk about what are dhatus. There is a word called dhatu. Dhatu means root. You know, there's a big difference between English and Sanskrit. In English, you have different parts of speech, as I mentioned before, nouns, pronouns, verb, adverbs, etc. But in Sanskrit, there are certain basic roots. Like you have bricks in a building, you keep one brick, above that you keep another brick and another brick, then you start building. It becomes a wall. Similarly, here, you build up words with small, small roots or dhatus. You join them together and give them a shape. It becomes a word. It can be a noun or it could be a verb also. I'm going to give you some examples how these words get built up. For example, you take a root or dhatu called kr. Kr means to do. What you see here, kr means to do. From kr comes the word karomi. It means I do. Kurmaha means we do. Kritam, done. I think I told you what is the meaning of samskritam, right? Samskritam. Sams mean well. Kritam means done. Samskritam means well done. It is a language which is very well done. The meaning itself is contained in the word Samskritam. So these all come from one root called kr. Take another root called bu. Bu means to be. From bu you derive the words Bhavami, I am. Sambhavam. Sambhavam means an incident. Comes from the word bhu. I'm going to give you more examples how these small dhatus are developed into words. Okay. Let's see a sentence, for example. Now, the sentence here reads, Siddhi bhavati karmaja. Now, Siddhi means something you accomplish, accomplishment. Karmaja means the work that you do, all the deeds. You study hard, for example, it is a karmaja. So when you study hard, you get good marks and you get a good grade, which is an accomplishment. So, Siddhi Bhavati Karmaja means accomplishment is a consequence of deeds, is a result of what you do. Now, Siddhi is a noun which comes from the dhatu, the verb called siddh, which means accomplishment. That's a noun. Bhavati is a verb which comes from bhu, is a result of karmaja. It has got two roots. Kr and ja together make it an adjective. Accomplishment is a result of deeds. So that's how the dhatus are built up. I'm going to give you some more important things about verbs, how they come. Verbs are built up from over 2,000 roots, dhatus. Now here, the verb has got certain basic categories. One category is called as parasmaipada. Para means others. Pada means word. Parasmaipada means it refers to the actions done for others. For example, give, I give you. It is an action for you. I give you a gift. It is an action done for others. Not for myself, I'm giving it to you. So when you use a verb give there, it becomes parasmaipada because the receiver is getting it, I'm giving it to others. But those activities which I do for myself, atmanepada, atma is actually referring to self. Those become a category called atmanepada. For example, I sleep. Can you sleep for me? You can't, isn't it? Nor can I sleep for you. You have to sleep yourself. And if you want to enjoy, for example, can I enjoy it for you? An ice cream, for example. You can't. If I ate ice cream, then can you enjoy it? You can only look at me, right? So that action done for one's own self is called atmanepada. But some actions can be for both. It's called ubhayapada. For example, your mom is cooking. Is she cooking only for herself? She's cooking a nice meal. She's making vegetable sabji and she's making nice rice, pulao or chapati or whatever, nice dishes. Is she cooking only for herself? No, she's cooking for herself and also for others, right? So that action is for both. Cooking for self and cooking for others. So the verb goes different there because the action is common for two things, two categories. So pachata, pacha means to cook. Pachate means cooking for oneself. And pachati is a cooking for others. So that makes a difference. It is very difficult because in English you got only cooking. She cooks, that's it. You don't worry about for whom she is cooking. But in Sanskrit, it also depends upon who is the receiver of the result. So the food is eaten by all of you in the family, and Your mom also takes part. Therefore, it becomes a Ubhayapada, Pachate and Pachati. Okay. Now let's see what is the next slide. Every verb has a dhatu, a root. And from the root, the different forms are made. Let's say gum is a root. Gum means to go. From gum comes so many other words like gamana, which is departure. The opposite word is agamana, which means arrival. You see adhikam. Adhikam means excess, right? That's also coming from the word come. Upagama, gati. All these are all coming from the root called gum. Now, the root can have a prefix, that is a word before it. It can have another one which is suffix, which is after it. And it can have an ending as a verb. Like I go, gacchami. Aham gacchami. We go, vayam gacchavaha. So gacha becomes the same one, but last ending will be the verbal ending, depending on how many people are there or how many objects are there. So you have in a verb a prefix, a root, a stem, a affix, and a verbal ending. So there are four little components all attached together. And then it becomes a complete word. So this list can go on to hundreds of words, And also it depends what is the ending of the verb. A ending verbs are most common. Like gacha, a. So the verb roots build up together with prefix, a root, an affix, and a verbal ending. That gives you the complete verb. So little difficult, but as you go on, I'm going to give you more examples, and don't worry too much about it. It's only the basic principle. Once you start reciting the verbs, as I'm going to see, it becomes very easy for you. Okay, let's see what's the next slide on. There are so many basic roots. Some examples I'm giving, like chara is to walk, jaya is to gain, jiva is to live, naya to lead, bhava to be, socha to suffer. So you have many of these basic roots from which you get expansions. Charanam, jayam, jayati, vijayam, jivati, jivan. Jivan means life. It refers to a living being, jivan. Some people even have the name Jivan. Naya, Nayanam. Nayanam is referring to the eyes. But Naya means lead. How does eyes, what is the connection? Because the eyes only are leading you, right? When you walk, who is leading? You are able to see your eye through your eyes. You don't go knock against a pillar, right? If you don't have eyes, what will you do? You will go and knock against yourself in a wall. But the eyes are leading you, correct? So that's the reason it's come from Naya, to lead you. Therefore, since eyes lead you, it's called Nayanam. There's also Upanayanam, boys have this thread ceremony. Punal Putukaralya, it's called Upanayanam. Upanayanam means leading you to a guru, near a guru. Upa means near. Leading you near a guru. So many of these words come in basically from the roots. And the roots develop into words. Okay. Now let's see another one here. If it is Kri, for example, you can use the verbs derived from dhatus. Kri, as I told you, means do. What are the verbs derived from kri? Karoti means he does work. You say namaskaram, right? Namaskaram. Namaskaram is also means namahakaram. You are doing namaskaram. If I say namaskuru, means it is an order. Do namaskaram. Kuru, namaha. There are two joined together. Namaskuru, doing namaskaram. Kurmaha, we do. Pratikaromi means I don't. I resist. Bhu, it can lead to words like Bhavishyasi. Bhavishyam means Josyam, right? One who wants to predict your future. There are astrologers. They are called Jyotishas, right? They will be called people who forecast the future. So Bhavishyati is what is going to happen. So Bhavishyam is what is a forecast. Like you have weather forecast. Today there is going to be rain. And today there is going to be a thunderstorm. You see, watch the news, right? They give you a forecast. What will happen? That is called Bhavishyam. What is going to happen? Abhavam means I was. Sambhavam, I told you, is an incident. Sambhavet, it may be possible. Some more examples. Karya, from kr comes karya, work. Upakarana. Karana means, supposing you have a pencil, right? You use a pencil for writing, or a pen, you use it for writing. Karana is an instrument which you use, upakarana. It helps you to write because it is doing some work and it is derived from the word kr, to do. Karman is a deed, prakriya. Likewise, bhu, you can use it for words like bhavan. You know, there are restaurants called bhavan. You have Santosh Bhavan, Vasanta Bhavan, Shanti Bhavan, and so on. You have many restaurants called bhavan. It means there is a building there with a particular name. Bhavan means building. Prabhavam means effect or somebody who's got certain name. Vaibhavam. Vaibhavam means prosperity or happiness. Gauri Kalyana Vaibhavame. There is a song, no? Gauri Kalyanam Vaibhavame. You know, it's actually a very happy incident. That's why he called Gauri Kalyanam Vaibhavame. Bhuta means past. Bhuta Kala means past tense. All derived from one root called Bhu. Bhavishya is future, I said. So you have many such words which are built up from dhatus. So dhatus are most important in Sanskrit. It's like a seed. You plant a seed and out comes a plant with leaves. So dhatu is a root from where you build up. So basic difference, you don't have such roots in English, but you have them in Sanskrit. So there's a big difference. Once you know the root, you know how many words can be built up from that. I'm going to give you a lot more examples in future. Okay. Gacha, go. To go is a verb root. Gam, I told you, is a verb root from gacha, means to go. Gachami refers to I go. Only I go. Singular. Aham gachami. If I have one more person, we go. In English, you have got same word go. But in Sanskrit, you don't use the same word. You say gachamaha. When you say gachamaha, it means two people are going. And there are more than two people. In English, you still use the word go. We all go, right? But not in Sanskrit. Sanskrit, you say gachavaha. So gachavaha means two people are going, and gachamaha means more than two, plural. Gachasi is referring to second person, you go. Gachati, he goes. Gachanti, anti, I told you, refers to plural, right? Gachanti means they go. So one word called gacha, you see how the verbs are different depending on how many people are there and what is the number, whether it is I, first person, or the second person, or the third person, or it is one person, or two persons, or three persons. One single root has taken into 6 different forms. Gachami, gachamaha, gachavaha, gachasi, gachati, gachanti. I go, we go, two of us go, you go, he goes, and they go. In English, you always say go, 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 go for all the 6, right? All go, 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 go. But not so in Sanskrit. It's got 6 different ways of expressing the word go depending on the number of people and the person. So this is very important for you to remember because we are going to be using it in future for many of the lessons. Okay. Having said that, let's say another word called vada. Vada means to speak. That's a root, verb root. Same principle. Vadami, I speak. Vadasi, vadati. Vadavaha, two people. Vadataha, vadataha. Vadamaha, Turan. Vadata, vadanti, they all speak. First person, second person, third person. Same principle. Okay? Take another root called pa. Pa is to drink. That's a verb root. From that comes pibami, I drink. Pibasi, if Rishabh drinks Coke, he's drinks pibasi. Pibati, he drinks. Third person, so pibati. Pibavaha refers to two people. Pibavaha, we two drink. Pibataha, pibataha. Pibataha is referring to two. And third person, also pibataha, but different. Pibamaha, third person, it drinks. Let's say a dog is drinking water. Pibamaha, pibata, pibanti, third person. Okay, going ahead, kru, another verb root. Karomi, I do the work. Rishabh does the homework. So I say, karosi. Karoti, third person. Kurvaha, kurutaha, kurutaha. For two people, first person, second person, third person. So each of these words, what English has got only one, like go or do, you have 9 verbs coming up, depending on first person, second person, third person. So to that extent, it is a little more difficult, but when you start using them, you will find them getting easier. That's why I'm giving you a lot of examples. So I've given you in this chart how the verb is varying. If you see the verb has only two simple forms, go and goes. Here, Sanskrit has got 15 different forms. Aham gacchami, that means I go. Avam gacchavaha, we too go. Vayam gacchamaha, we all go, plural. Tvam gacchasi, you go. Yuvam gacchataha, you too go. Yuyam gacchata, means you all go. Saha gacchati. Saha gacchati is referring to a person who is a boy or a man. Saha gacchati. Tau gacchataha, two people. Te gacchanti, again, plural. Sa refers to she. Sa gacchati. Te gacchataha. Ta gacchanti. If it's a neutral gender, you say tat gacchati, that goes. Te gacchataha, they too. The two dogs are going. Say te gacchataha. Tani gacchanti. They all go. The train goes means tat gacchati. There are two cars going te gacchataha. Three cars are going tani gacchanti. So depending on the person, the gender, the verb varies. So now we're going to see how it is going to be applied in different ways. So not to worry too much about it. We have also tenses coming up. Present tense and then past tense, future tense. We are only giving some examples of present tense. What we have talked about is all present tense. Like tishta means to stand. Aham tishtami. I am standing. Third person, you say. How do you say third person? It goes. Tat gacchati. Tat tishtati. Same way, if you say pashya means to see. Pashyami, aham pashyami. Tat pashyati. Bodha, to awaken, waking up. From Bodha comes the word Buddha. Buddhar. You know Buddha, the great Buddha. Because he got awakening, he got enlightened, so he was called Buddha. So it comes from Buddh. Bodha, Bodhami. Smara, to remember, Smaram. Smarami, Smarati. Hasa, to laugh. From Hasa comes the word Hasyam, which is a joke. Hasami, I laugh. Hasati. So you have therefore different tenses, and the present tense follows a certain rule. Okay. Now we're going to have one prayer on Hanuman, which is going to explain to you some of these words. As I'm going to explain the meaning of this, you will learn many words in Sanskrit. And I think you should note it down because you're going to use them in future also. If you have a piece of paper and pencil, just note down the meanings so it's easy for you to use it later on and also remember it when you are going to say this prayer. You might know this prayer because it is a very common prayer for Hanuman. Hanuman himself is a very valiant person, and usually we conclude many activities with a prayer to Hanuman. So it goes like this. Manojavam marutatulya vegam jitendriyam buddhimatam varishtam vatatmajam vanara yuta mukhyam Sri Ramadutam Shirasa Namami. I am going to explain the meaning of this word by word. Mano Javam. Mano means, manas means what, you know? Mano means mind. You see, there is a little similarity between manas and mind, right? It both start with yam. Mano means mind. How does the mind work? It goes very fast. It keeps on thinking about many things. As you are listening, you might feel hungry and you might think that my mom is cooking a nice meal. I don't know what she's cooking, but I can smell it. I think it's going to be potato curry or something like that. I love it, Something your mind is going somewhere else. Or you may think, I don't know where I'm going this weekend. I think I'll go and stay with my friend, sleep over there and have a nice time. You keep on thinking, right? Your mind keeps on traveling. No, that goes very fast. Without anybody telling, it goes very fast. You can immediately think of somebody in India, maybe your relative or your friend, and your mind can think so fast. So, the mind is a very fast vehicle. It's equal to manojavam, as it says. As fast as the mind. Maruta tulya, Maruti. Marutam means wind. The breeze that you get. You know how fast it can be. It can be like a thunderstorm, or it can be a breeze which can fly off the roof. It can even fly off the clothes. Maruta tulya vegam. Tulya vegam means the speed of the wind. It's as fast as the mind goes, and as fast as the wind goes. Who? Maruti is compared to that. Maruti can fly. He flew to Lanka to find Sita, right? He flew over. So, Manojavam Maruta Tulya Vegam refers to the very fast super speed of Hanuman. It's a quality. One who flies so fast like the mind and also like the breeze. Jitendriyam, Jit. I think I told you the root Jit is to win. Jitendriyam. Indriyam means senses. One who has won over the senses. If you want to eat, let's say, nice mango ice cream, you feel like eating it, but he can control it. He can say, all right, I'm not going to have it. He can control his taste. So one who has won over the taste or other senses called Jitendriyam. Buddhi means intelligence. Buddhimadam varishtam. If you say somebody is very smart, what are the comparative and superlative degrees? Okay, smart, smarter, and smartest. Correct? Smart, smarter, smartest. Happy, happier, happiest. Happiest is superlative. So here, Buddhimadam Varishtam means superlative. The most intelligent. Not just intelligent, not more intelligent, but most intelligent. Jitendriyam Buddhimadam Varishtam, most intelligent. It's a superlative. There's nobody who is more intelligent than him. A person who has that much of intelligence. Vat Atmajam. Vatam means wind. Vayu. Who was Hanuman's father, his name was Vayu. Vayu was wind. Vata also means wind. Ajam is sun. Son of Vayu. Son of Vatatmajam. Vata. One who is the son of Vayu. Vanara Yuta Mukyam. Vanara means monkeys. Yutam means a troop or a group of people. Or monkeys. Vanara Yuta Mukyam. Most important to the monkey group. Vanara Yuta Mukyam. Most important person amongst the monkeys. Sri Rama Dutam. He was the ambassador. Dutam means one who goes between to carry a message. He went as ambassador to Ravana to tell him, look, you better release Sita, otherwise Rama will come and fight with you. So he became Sri Rama Dutam. such a person, I am bowing down with my head. Shirasa namami. To say it again quickly, Manojavam Maruta Tulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimadam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayuta Mukyam Sri Ramadutam Shirasa Namami. I pray with my bowed heads. I worship him. That Hanuman, who was ambassador of Rama, whose mind, whose speed is as fast as the mind, or as fast as the wind, one who has won over all his senses, who is the most intelligent person, and who is the son of Vayu, and who is also the chief person amongst monkeys. To such a person of Ramadutam Hanuman, I worship him with my head, with my bowed head. Sirasa Navami. So that is a prayer. You can see Hanuman, how he's keeping his hands like this. So, like this, you have so many prayers which has so many words all put together. And you can see the Sandhi which I explained last time. Jitta Indriyam, joined together. Jitta Indriyam. Buddhi Madam, together. Vatat Majam. Vata and Ajam. You have together. You have many such sandhis come together. But if you start splitting up, you know the meaning. Mano Javam. Maruta Tulya Vegam. I have put it separately there. So you can read it properly. Mano Javam Maruta Tulya Vegam. But if you see books, they'll all be together. Jitendriyam Buddhimadam Varishtam Vatadmajam Vanarayuta Mukyam Sri Ramadutam Chirasa Namami. So it's a beautiful prayer. So what have we learned today? We have learned the basics of grammar and how verb varies based on the person and gender, and how verb is derived from roots, what is called dhatu. Nouns are also derived the same way, and the words are built up like bricks in a building. One small root and then it expands, and you have a prefix and a suffix, and a verb ending depending on who is a person and whether it is one person or two person or more. The verb keeps varying, therefore you have different kind of derivatives. So you need to do some homework, practice the Guru Vandanam, and you also review these slides. I'm going to send you these. Review the persons and genders, review the numbers, review dhatus. I can't give you all the dhatus because there are so many of them, about 2,000 of them, though I'm going to give you only examples. But as we go along, I'm going to explain to you what are the dhatus coming and how the words get built up. So we also had some verbs and examples. Take a look at them. Okay. This time, this is a homework I'm giving. You take a look at it and keep writing them. Next time, I'll give you an exercise based on this so that you can practice what you have learned on those exercises. Okay. With that, now I'm going to end this session and I'm going to unmute you. Okay, I have unmuted all of you. You have any questions, Rishabh?
No.
Okay, what about Sundarshini and Trinayani?
No.
Is it all clear to you or it is confusing?
It's clear. It's clear. Yes, clear.
Okay, well, it's not easy. It's a little difficult, I know. That's how I also felt for the first time. But if you start using them in lessons in the future, gradually you will develop confidence. Like how a baby starts talking, it doesn't know how to read or write, right? Have you seen little children, 2-year-old, 3-year-old kids? They don't know to read or write English, but they talk, right? They start walking and then they start talking also by hearing. The same way, you will start learning this language by talking and by practicing. Don't worry too much about grammar, okay? All right. If everything is else okay, then I'm going to close this session and we'll meet again next Wednesday. Okay? With that, namaste.
Namaste.